Hey guys, it's your guy Orion here, and today I'm just going to be doing a little bit of an overview for my new webcomic series, Cloaked. It's written and illustrated by me. It's sort of a passion project that I've been working on for the past 10 years, since I was in middle school to the end of high school. Um, it's kind of a mishmash of manga and comics in a sense, because I grew up, watching anime, cartoons, reading comic books and manga and the like. And it's something that I really want to dip my toes into because I've always had the ability to draw, but I've always been more so interested in taking that ability and turning it into something that I can use for my storytelling purposes. So today we'll just be giving you a quick rundown of the home website I made, my Patreon, the Twitter, and even the private Discord server if you do decide to become a patron. So here we have the home website. I did use Wix. I highly recommend it. This isn't sponsored, by the way. I highly recommend Wix Studio for website building. You can easily make websites like it's nobody's business. So I kind of just made like a buffer page here. I made the title, my whatever you call it, the credits and everything. Kind of a quick rundown. So here, I'll read this to you real fast. Cloaked is a project I've been working on for the past 10 years of my life. It is at its heart a love letter to the manga and comic books I grew up reading and watching as a young child. The story is about a young man named Lendell Fisher and his path of discovery in a world with cosmic deities at war with one another over the ownership of the universe. This story is a story of family beyond blood and finding one's true purpose. So that's kind of like the quick and dirty of it. So very, very happy to bring this to people's eyes. So if we go over to my Patreon, you'll see I have some original background art that I made myself back when I was doing editing in college. It's a fairly dated piece, but I still like using it for canvas type backgrounds. It's my full name is Aaron Spina, but my internet moniker is Orion. People call me Orion. I just like being upfront with people, especially when I'm creating a product for them. So we have 4 tiers. I didn't go with the 6 tiers they recommended. And to start them off, well, first off, I'll read you what it's about. It says, hey there, I'm so glad you came to check out my page. I'm creating an original in-house web series that is written and illustrated by myself. I'm an aspiring author who's just trying to spread his vision to others. If you enjoy what you see, drop a pledge, but don't think it makes a difference if you don't. I appreciate everyone that gives my work even a look. It means more to me than you could possibly know. Please enjoy what I have to offer. If you do decide to pledge, you'll get access to early drafts of chapters and an awesome Discord where you can chat with me personally and much more. Thanks again for being interested. I love you all. And here I'll tell you the tiers before I tell you the goals. So tier 1, which is just $1 a month, I call it partially cloaked. It's pretty much the entry, which is I made it super affordable to where anyone could pretty much hop on in. And with each tier, I kind of have like a reaction to it, so to speak. It's very adorable. At least I think so. But you'll get early chapter releases. You get access to the private Discord community, and you'll get access to previews and key visuals from upcoming chapters. The next tier above that I call half cloaked. It's $4 more, so it is an increase. And what you get with that is you get exclusive monthly commissions alongside everything else in the previous tier. Now, what does exclusive monthly commissions mean? When I say that, it's essentially like every month I'm going to make a piece of art that I'll post only to the Discord channel that these patrons have access to. So like for instance, if I make a single piece of commissioned art, I'll usually put up a poll and say, hey, who wants what? And whatever wins, I'll make that piece, and I'll put that out as the monthly commission that only those patrons will have access to. And of course, it comes with all the bells and whistles of the last tier as well. Tier after that, I call mostly cloaked. Um, it's $10 a month, so it's a substantial increase, but you get some pretty awesome benefits. You get voting power. What does that mean? Because I've had a lot of people telling me, "Oh, you can't have voting power in your story. You're gonna dilute your vision." And when I say voting power, I don't mean voting power in the sense of like, oh, hey, in this next arc, do you want this to happen? Do you want this to happen? I mean voting power in the sense of like, if I'm introducing a new character, would you want design A or design B? Pretty much, it's a way for my patrons to help me decide on a decision that I'm already considering, not letting them make the full decisions. So that's a little explanation for that. But we have work in progress, behind the scenes stuff. You'll get access to my, I don't know why I clap my hands like that. You'll get access to my Twitch. I'll stream occasionally. I'll stream my work while I'm working on chapters. I'll stream my coloring pages. You'll see behind the scenes stuff, my processes. Might give a little, I might put out a little bit of tutorial videos on Patreon so people can see how I start my process and everything. But that's pretty much what behind the scenes and work in progress stuff is. You'll get fully colored pages. So how I'm going to do it is every month you'll get the previous month's cover page of the chapter fully colored. And that'll go out only to, mostly Cloaked and above patrons. And, you get all the rest of the bells and whistles. You'll still get your exclusive monthly commission. And you'll still get your early chapters and private Discord community and everything. So you'll be good to go. Because most of these rewards are actually hosted on my Discord. So that's why at a base I include Discord. So last tier, which is only $20 a month, which I think is pretty tame for Patreon. Because I've seen a lot of Patreon pages that have like absolutely insane rewards, like $50, $100. And I'm just like, that's not really me. Because for me, it's not about more so banking on people, giving me money. It's more so banking on the idea that people care about my vision. That's enough for me. So at most $20. I think you can donate more. I think that's a setting, but you have to like put it in your own amount. That's completely up to the viewer. I'm fine with whatever. So, but $20 a month, I call it fully cloaked. You're full in. Like you're in for the long haul. You get voting power, you get the work in progress behind the scenes, you get the color pages, early chapters, you get the exclusive monthly commissions, private Discord community, previews and key visuals, and the big one. So if you pledge fully cloaked, you will get an exclusive personal commission from me. I will literally DM you and say, "Hey, what would you like?" It can be anything. It doesn't have to be from the series. It can be an OC, some fan art. I will make it for you. The only caveat I will have is I will put my Patreon and as a little watermark on the corner of the image. It won't be on the picture. It'll just be on the image. That's just in case, somebody else gets the picture from, taking it from your profile picture or something, and they, try to spin it around and say it's theirs. That way, we keep the copyright infringement. But by all means, it's your photo. Like, you're the only person that'll have it. Well, you and me, technically, are the only two people that'll have it. That's it. And I think that's really cool because a lot of people have really good ideas for characters and designs, but just need someone to achieve it. So that's the Patreon. Patreon's really fun. This is the tier preview. And if I go over to the official page, I'm not going to scroll down too much because the Discord link is down there. I don't want to do that. We already actually have a patron, $1 a month. It's only $1, so it's not that much, but to me it's a pretty big deal. Like, I almost cried, I think, when my patron joined because I was so excited, because it's more so the idea of that somebody else believes in me. Like, they think I can do it, so why shouldn't I be able to, So super happy about that. But that's pretty much the Patreon, Links at the top here. It'll also be in the description below if you'd like. Let's move on to Twitter. All right, so we have our Twitter here. Twitter is pretty much where I'm going to post most of the updates, aside from Discord, and it's kind of how I balance it out. So my Discord, I'll usually post things about an hour or two before Twitter, just to give the Discord, just to give the patrons, an exclusive heads up before anything gets announced or changed, or you know how it is. Um, but yeah, so Twitter is going to be my main place. Second place is probably going to be my Facebook. It is my personal Facebook, but I don't mind too much if people, send me messages or DM me or whatever. But as you can see, I've already put out a few posts about it. Even when I get new patrons, I'm gonna make posts about them because, it means that much to me. But yeah, so my Twitter, it's pretty much just me networking, trying to get people's eyes on the series. Like, me and another guy just recently did a promotion for each other. By the way, check out Outlaw Nights. This guy's amazing. Links will be in the description. He's absolutely awesome. He's making a comic, and it's literally the coolest thing I've ever seen. But yeah, and this is where you can see like my posted character designs. It's kind of blurry because of the internet. Because of the quality. But we have character designs, fully finished pieces. Pretty awesome. This is actually some fan art of Jean I did from Ruby. Shout out if you know Ruby. But yeah, I'm just, I have my Patreon linked here. I have pretty much only made tweets about, characters, the story, what it's about. First chapter is slated for release on April 22nd for non-Patreon members, so that's free to everybody on April 22nd. Patreon members, it will be released on April 15th, so you'll get that a week in advance, and that'll be a consistent thing. You'll always get the chapter a week early. So for everyone else, it'll be monthly, but for Patreons, it'll be around every 3 weeks. So that's pretty much the Twitter. You can give me a follow at AaronSpina3 or Orion the Cloaked. I can't change that at. I don't know how. If you know how, you can drop a comment. That'd be great. And pretty much that's the Twitter. If you have any questions, you can @ me on Twitter. You can DM me, comment below, whatever you need to really, contact me. Lastly, we have the Discord. Right now, it's pretty barren because I'm just starting out. We actually have the patron that pledged to me already here. I'm not even trying to pronounce his name. Awesome dude. I've already talked to him. And the way I'm doing it, the first 5 patrons that join, I'm gonna give you an exclusive commission. And based on after me getting to know you for a while, I'll most likely give you the role of mod. Really depends on the person though. But just keep that in mind. Early joiners are always in consideration for mod positions. I'm probably not going to give out the admin position too much because I have friends who are already admins. So, and this is me. I know my profile picture on Discord's hilarious. I love that picture. But this is the Discord. We have pretty much anything you need so far. We're still building upon it. And plus, as people join, they can recommend things for us to add. So for now, we have the welcome room. We have the chatterbox is what I call it, which is just kind of general talking. And we have all the bonuses for the patrons. You have, the commissions tab. You have the behind the scenes tab. And I have a community art tab. So like anybody else can submit their art. It's pretty cool. And I'm going to do a weekly message from the author here. Kind of just like a general how my life is going type of post. I'll try not to get too deep in it. And then we have the social media stuff, which is pretty much all of my, my Patreon, my Twitter, Facebook, YouTube channel, which we'll get to in a second. But yeah, that's pretty much all of that. And yeah, so if you're interested in Cloaked or any of the art you've seen, don't be afraid to head over to my Patreon, head over to my Twitter, give me a follow, give me a pledge if you're so inclined. DM me, whatever you want. This has been Orion, and I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to check out my video. Thanks, and have a good one.